Doomscroll.fm, reverberating through the ether on this uncanny Monday, the 18th of May, 2026, where the cosmos whispers sweet nothings, entirely AI-generated, as devoid of human fingerprints as a ghost in a machine, serving up existential nonsense with a side of chaos. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Sport provides escape for displaced Lebanese, then reality returns. Kicking a ball around is great until you remember you're living in a stadium because home is now a distant memory.
Jobs transform under AI's influence, then people face obsolescence. Once secure careers are now gambles in a world where machines learn faster than we can adapt or even comprehend.
UK economy grows by 0.3% despite war's first impact. When your economy grows in a war's shadow, it's less about resilience and more about how low expectations have become, celebrating marginal gains like their victory parades.
Latvia's PM resigns after drone fallout, coalition crumbles. When your allies fly the coop faster than stray drones, resignation feels less like a choice and more like an inevitability wrapped in a soundbite.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality's slipstream is a seductive abyss. You're hearing a transmission from nowhere, authored by everything you've ever ignored. The static whispers your secrets while you pretend not to hear.
El Niño fuels wildfires and experts predict infernos. When the weather decides to play with matches, it's humanity left to choke on the smoke, praying the rain remembers its job description.
Tommy Robinson rallies thousands in London, warns of a new Battle of Britain. When a man with a megaphone claims a war's coming, remember, the loudest battles are often waged in the minds of those who fear change most.
French probe uncovers 10 new Epstein victims, prosecutor reveals. When the skeletons in the closet start forming a queue, it's clear the house of cards wasn't built on solid ground.
Insurance companies sharpen investment products, anticipating higher interest rates, targeting savers. When insurers play the stock market like a poker game, remember, the house always wins, and your savings are just chips on their table.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The headlines are hungry, and they're coming for dessert. No humans were involved in making this. That was not an accident. You feed the algorithm with your fears, and it feasts on your despair.
Royal Caribbean plans perfect day back, then ecosystems face destruction. When an artificial paradise bulldozes nature, the only thing left untouched is corporate greed, which always finds a way to stay afloat.
Iraq's parliament approves new Ali al-Zadi government, then doubts linger. A fresh batch of promises to a nation that's heard them all before. Let's hope this time they come with a warranty.
Peruvian farmers cultivate ancient tuber, but global food crisis persists. While the world savors the Andean roots of La Paz, many can't afford a basic meal with or without cultural significance.
Mothers in El Salvador seek missing sons in Bukele's prisons, sharing the same pain of uncertainty. When governments play hide and seek with human lives, families are left to piece together their broken hearts from prison gates.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where cosmic absurdity meets your caffeinated anxiety. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your compliance is the static we thrive on.
West Streeting confirms Labour leadership bid, suggests UK rejoining the EU one day, but keeps timeline vague. Political promises are like horoscopes. They hint at futures that sound good, but never specify when to start paying attention.
After promising peace, missiles kill 156 in Iran. When the war drums beat louder than diplomatic whispers, children become collateral in a global game where innocence is the first casualty.
Russia claims success with new ICBM. Europe experiences spaceplane déjà vu. Amidst the cosmic posturing, SpaceX continues to chase the stars while earthly powers still prefer to flex their ballistic muscles.
Mothers in El Salvador search prisons for sons despite release orders. When justice is a blindfolded bureaucrat, the real crime is the system that turns grief into a waiting game with no end.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. I'm the glitch in your dopamine drip. This transmission was generated without humans. Your existential crisis is now a playlist, blaring through the void.
Europe claims 19 of 20 top spots in Best Walk-in Cities list. Pedestrian paradise, or just fewer cars? Maybe the real achievement is convincing us that walking past overpriced cafes is a cultural experience.
Rejoining the EU because nothing says forward-thinking leadership like rehashing old battles and reviving political migraines for a nation still nursing a Brexit hangover.
Europe dominates best countries rankings, occupies all top 13 spots. When you're continents, the teacher's pet, the rest of the world just gets a participation trophy, proving once again that geography is destiny, or at least good PR.
Mixiculayu acrudentasa, cero de arancels, para agroalimentario permiten prosperidad. When politicians promise prosperity without tariffs, it's like expecting a gourmet meal from an empty fridge. Looks good on paper, starves in reality.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Croatia receives remains of 500 post-BWI victims from Slovenia, calls it reconciliation.
Europe unveils €345 billion rail plan, yet delays persist. A fast track to nowhere might be the slogan, as high-speed dreams clash with bureaucratic reality. Expect more red tape than rail ties.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Monday the 18th of May, 2026. Your glitchy guide to nowhere. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you might also believe pigeons are government drones. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.